Hello, sports fans. I'm back again. I have a slight problem in the sense that I've been banned from writing letters to the editor. I used to, if you do a search on Joseph DuPont, you'll see that I've published lots and lots and lots of letters. And since I published the one regarding the CIA putting C4 explosives in a bus, the whole thing has dried up. I cannot get a letter published to save my life. I had one letter published in my local paper, the Daily Review, and I don't think the editor realized that I was banned from having letters published. So we'll see if he publishes my letter again, which I sent to him. But I doubt they will. If he does, this is interesting. But like I said, the Washington Times, the Tulsa Review, or whatever the heck it is, Tulsa Times, all over the United States, I've had letters published. And sometimes the reason why they're published around the United States because they're pertinent to a political figure here or there. But since about 4 months ago, if you look up Joseph DuPont, C4 explosives, CIA, school buses, you'll see the letter, which is still up, which is amazing, that I published that seems to have been the one that put the kibosh to my letters being published in any newspaper. Like I said, if you look it up, you'll see that I have a constant track record going back years and years. And now I'm in a slump, as the baseball players would say, right? A slump. Anyhow, this is important because if they're gonna ban me, they're probably banning a lot of other pro-Trump people. And I think Mr. Trump is probably one of the bravest men alive. I think he knows his ass is on the gear, his ass is on the line. I think as we get older, we understand that our mortality and that we're not going to live forever. And if you're not willing to take a stand on something very important, there was really no purpose for you to be put on this planet other than to produce kids, and hopefully those kids have some of your good qualities, and hopefully they will learn from what you do and try to make a difference in this world. Be ethical, moral, and let me tell you, Hillary Clinton is probably the most immoral. Her and her husband, who's been accused of rape, and he is just a superstar, a rapist superstar. She's a caught lying thief, and she's all the media, all the talk shows, Ellen DeGeneres, the various early morning talk shows, they just love her. They just love her. She can do no wrong. They hug her. Her recent hiding her illnesses is something that is amazing. Everything that you say about this lady is a conspiracy theory until it turns out that they were right. Talking about her Benghazi, the WikiLeaks, her emails that she allowed to get out there, and now they're blaming the friggin' Russians. Let me tell you something. Russia has the economy of like Italy. So you tell me what kind of sustained war Italy could put against the United States. And we are pushing the Soviet Union. The World Banks want to get in there. He threw them out. Putin threw the World Banks out. He threw the Rothschilds. He threw Monsanto out. And you just don't do that. You have to understand what's going on here. Saddam Hussein, he was no lovely person, but he was our guy. And when he started selling, first of all, he asked if he could go and attack Kuwait. And we said, yeah, not a problem, right? Not a problem. So then he attacks Kuwait. The whole world comes down on him. Says, all right. So he tries to pay off his debt selling oil. But his problem is he's selling oil in euros. You don't sell oil in euros. No. That was the fact that he killed the Kurds or whatever. That has nothing to do with anything. For God's sakes, we allowed in Rwanda like 500, 600,000 people to be butchered, and we didn't give a damn about that little thing. So, in any event, this whole thing on this election is extremely important, and anybody with any that's not brainwashed. And we all get brainwashed. Let me tell you, we do all get brainwashed, myself included. But, you know, any type of logic would tell you there's something really rotten, and if we continue the same route, we're going to get more of the same, and we can't afford to go up exponentially in debt like we are now. Do you understand? We're out to $20 trillion. You divide that out by the average person. Who's going to pay for this thing? Who is going to pay for all this debt? And now we're taking in all these refugees, or at least 5-10% of them are terrorists, for God's sakes. They're unvetted. And look what happened to Europe. Do you have any of you seen what's happened to Europe? Do you want that here? Do you want that there? You want crazies running around killing people, stabbing people, asking if you're Muslim. If you say no, they kill you, they shoot you. I mean, this is bizarre. This is totally bizarre. We've been brainwashed into this whole thing. We've been brainwashed into thinking that, unlike every other country in the world, that we should not have borders. Every other country in the world, they control their country. That's why they have a country. They have borders. Okay? We are trying to eliminate our borders, bring in sick people with all kinds of crazy diseases, contagious diseases that are resistant to all kinds of things, and we got to put a stop to it. And I think Trump's going to do it. You know, it's not a pretty world out there, but the analogy I'll use is a lifeboat. Okay? A lifeboat, you pick up all the people you can from a disaster. We're in this disaster right now. So you pick up these people, and you come to the point where if you pick up any more people now, you're endangering the people already in the lifeboat. Now, based upon Obama's philosophy, he'd like everybody to die and drown, because it's the only fair thing to do. If that's the case, why do we even have lifeboats on boats? If you can't make a decision that you got to save who you can. In any event, that's the deal with this video right now, and I'll see if I can get my thoughts straighter. Take care.